What's up, everybody? Welcome to the WrestleFanEnt report. And returning to the show after a long time and with a lot of success under his belt, with a belt, and also another belt coming soon, he is none other than the head of the table, the tribal chief, somebody operating on God level. He is the one and only Roman Reigns. And there he is, Roman. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
Doing good, man. Thank you for having me again.
Great to hear that. It's so great to see you again, Roman. I'm wearing your t shirt. I acknowledge you, and big things are coming up for you.
Good to get that out of the way. Now we
Yeah.
can continue.
So, Roman, today I want to start a little backwards and talk about your history as a child. I mean, were you a fan of wrestling? Did you follow the product? Or you just watch your family matches? What was it like for you as a child growing up to be a fan of wrestling?
It was a little bit of both. I think as I was younger, I was into a little bit of everybody and everything. You know, I had my favorites outside of my family. And then as I got a little bit older, really, once football was introduced, um, I stayed a big fan just for the product in general and pro wrestling in general. All the way up until probably late middle school, going into high school. You know, what I was very into the Attitude Era, and then like the beginning of it, and then once it really started to turn more, you know, not so much of just the aggressive side of it and the actual physicality of it, but when it became when the females were kind of transitioning into what it was back then, my mom didn't like it, so she was like, maybe not this week. So she wasn't into it as much then, and
Well, you know what they say, mom knows best. Anyways, it's WrestleMania season, and you are in perhaps one of the biggest main events of all time, WWE versus Universal Championship match in a match with Brock Lesnar. How has the preparation been going on for this mega match?
um, we're in Mania season, so this is when you got to really tighten it down, and this is when, you know, that positioning becomes very important, and you know, the jockeying for, you know, that political power, and then, you know, also just keeping yourself in the best light, and representing your individual product and brand of what you've been building, um, really is important.
You're absolutely right, and everybody, especially you, have to shine brighter than ever when it comes to WrestleMania. Anyways, switching gears, talking about one of your personal choices that I have heard about is you like sneakers a lot. So, how many sneakers does Roman Reigns have?
I should say.
I mean, just on the shelves alone, probably about 75 pairs or so. And
Really? I thought it might be more.
while there's and still boxed and untouched, there's another probably 30 pair that haven't even like
Right.
been laced up or worn. There's not a crease on them. I could literally just put them back and sell them third party. I think the ones, you know, the Jordan ones are up there. They're probably number one. I like the Jordan fours as far as the aesthetics of them, but all the way around. I mean, so I went to the zoo with the family twice this year, and the first time I wore the ones, and my sons, they have the same, you know, they have them too, so we all kind of match with those guys, and they were comfortable. I mean, we walked, you know, you walk through a zoo and you're walking miles, and I did not have any aches in the world. It was good to go. I wore the 11s on this last trip a couple weeks ago, and I did good for a while, but like towards that last couple hours, we were all kind of aching. So I would say the ones. They're and it's funny because Jordan, I think he didn't agree, because I think when he wore them, like, you know, he wore a throwback pair, and he was like, man, how did I like play at a high level in these? But for me, the ones are it.
Great to hear that the one likes the ones. Anyways, I want to take you back to Royal Rumble build up with your match against Seth Rollins. And you know, in one of those segments on SmackDown, he mentioned John Moxley on WWE TV, which was like passing the forbidden door, technically speaking. So, what was your reaction to that?
I I mean, you know, I never shy away from our history. Those two are my brothers, Mox, Seth. There, I mean, we've done achieved, gone through the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows of it all. So that'll never change anything. I always have a deep love and respect for both of those guys. And Mox was actually, I mean, he'll probably tell you too, me and him were like super tight, you know, within the Shield, and maybe even a little bit closer. They may have been like super bonded through wrestling and what they had done in FCW and prior to WWE. But when it comes to just like whether we were wrestlers or not, me and Mox, we're friends, you know what I mean? Like, we're the type that just can hang out and have a beer. Well, I guess not anymore.
Well, you know what they say in this business, never say never. Maybe you and Mox will ride together somewhere down the road. Final question, Roman. Just think, if Vince McMahon says that, okay, buddy, you did well, you had a great title run, you put my company on the map at the top, and now we have to pass it on to somebody else and you have to drop the championship. What would you think about that? What will be your reaction?
That's such a, I'd have to be in it to, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to just speculate on that. I'd have to be in that situation to truly know where I was. I'd have to be able to see all the different variables and you know, be able to see the event of that chain reaction and how it would affect everything. So, I mean, that's such a tricky question that I wouldn't even know how to, like, honestly explain what my mindset would be. I'm the man. Yeah, he better listen. You know what I'm saying? he better acknowledge me. You know, like, who else is there, right?
Well, I think he does, and so does the WWE Universe, and we have to see what the future holds for both of you, and hopefully it has good things. So, Roman, with that said, the interview is over. Thank you so much for joining us. It was so great to host you for the second time, and maybe the next time when you come back to a show, you probably have 2 championships around your shoulders and be the WWE Undisputed Heavyweight Champion. Good luck for WrestleMania.
Thanks for having me, man, and always being kind. Be safe out there.
You too, man. Take care. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. If you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and hit up the bell notification icon to see more of your favorite WWE superstars on the WrestleFanEnt Report. And with that said, the interview is over, and this is me, Nikunj, Walia, signing off. So take care, stay home, stay safe, and keep loving wrestling, yo all. I'm going to see you next time.